Hey you guys, so I have something really fun underneath this towel and I'm excited to share with you what that is. So, like drum roll, here we go, okay, that's my little drum roll, is pizza dough that I made from scratch. I'm so proud of me, although I will say I have no idea if this tastes good, if it's gonna work out well, or what. So I made pizza dough yesterday and then I refrigerated it and I'm letting it kind of like come to room temperature, maybe rise a little bit, and then I want to use it tonight for dinner and make a homemade pizza. But like I have literally no idea how this is gonna go. Something that I have been really wanting to get into more this year is making like homemade dough and also making my own bread. And I will say I have literally no idea what I'm doing. I have never like done this before. I'm sure that my family has, like, and I've talked to like my grandmother and stuff and she's like, yeah, I did all this stuff when I was younger, but then life, you know, just you take some shortcuts and you just kind of buy the dough and everything, but in the bread. But like every time I go to the store, I just see like a mile long of ingredients on bread or pizza dough or something. And it's just like, it's really hard to find like good quality bread. And it used to be that you could, but that it was just super expensive. And now all bread, like whatever the ingredients are, is just so expensive. And I hate it. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, I really want to get into like bread baking, but I will tell you, I'm so intimidated. Like I can't even like fathom it for some reason. I'm so intimidated. I want to make a sourdough starter. I tried once and I totally failed. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll just wait until like April or May to do this thing again when like we have warmer weather. But I thought to myself, like, I just need to take like a step forward, like one small step, because I'm totally paralyzed into this, like, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know what to do. So my one step forward here is my pizza dough, and we'll see how it goes. This whole journey of like bread baking and dough and everything, I'm gonna take you guys along with me for it because I think it'd be really fun to share. And again, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'll show like all the mistakes or the failures or the wins and successes. So here we go. So the first thing that I want to do with this is I want to recreate, or at least try out, something that my grandmother used to do for me and my cousins and my brother all the time when I was growing up. And she would take pizza dough, she would slice it into, or like break it with her hands or something, into like little pieces, and she would fry it. And then she would dust powdered sugar on it. So I don't have any powdered sugar in my house, so I'm just gonna dip it in some like pure maple syrup. But I'm really curious to see what this thing tastes like and to try to recreate that. And then I'm only gonna do it with like one or two pieces because I just wanna try it. But the rest of this, I'm gonna let it like come to room temperature. Hopefully it rises. And then I'm gonna like roll it out for pizza tonight. So let's go ahead and do that. I had my pizza cutter here, so I'm just gonna like cut off like a little bit of the. So here's a cast iron pan. I have some avocado oil in here, and we're gonna just put these in here and fry them up on each side. The color of this is a little bit darker than traditional pizza dough, and that's because I used whole wheat flour because I don't have any all-purpose flour on hand, and I prefer whole wheat, so I'm giving that a try. So they're done, and they got nice and golden brown on each side. And I will say that it looks a little dense, and I think that it's because I just pulled this thing out of the refrigerator and it's cold. So I do remember my grandmother like letting the dough rise and like get nice and big, and then she would cut it and do this, so it made like this like really like I don't know, fluffy like fried bread thing. I don't know, it was so good. But I'm impatient, so we're going with it. So I'm just gonna dip it. And again, she would do powdered sugar, like dust it on top. Okay. You know what? It's pretty good. So it does taste a little bit dense. That also could be just because it's whole wheat flour and not all-purpose flour. It doesn't really bother me, although hers was like when you took a bite, it like the gluten fibers like would just like stretch it. You know, like when you break fresh bread and it like pulls apart really well. That's what hers was like. This is not like that at all right now. So we're gonna try it again. But I do think it's also because it's really cold and I didn't let it like heat up or whatever or come to room temperature, but that's just a total guess or an assumption on my part. But the flavor is so good. It tastes like, I guess especially because I'm dipping it in maple syrup, it kind of tastes like a pizza French toast stick. It's really good. Not bad. At least it's not a total fail. I'll take it.